Today's short is being brought to you by Goya Foods. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Your daily game plan for success. It's Sachs in the Morning. Steve Sachs.
Hi, Steve Sachs here with Sachs in the Morning. Boo. Did you get scared? Oh, okay. Well, today is Monday, the 31st. Happy Halloween. I don't know. I hope I didn't frighten anybody by saying that, but hey, it's Halloween. I hope everybody's having a great day today, and we're going to talk a little bit about preparedness. Look, we got the playoffs. We got the third season in baseball. You got spring training, you got the regular season, and you got the playoffs. And the playoffs have been through the sieve all the way down. We got Phillies, we got Astros. It's World Series time. This is it. This is for all the bananas. This is for the marbles. This is for the silver tuna. However you want to call it, this is where it's at. All right. So we're going to talk about all those times where you got ready in practice and got mentally prepared and you meditated, you prayed, whatever you did. And now it comes down to this. So we're going to talk a little bit about this great spectacle, and that's the World Series. I can share a little bit about what it takes to be on that championship team. I was fortunate to play on two of them, 1981, 1988. And the key word is team. That's what it's all about. Tommy Lasorda was a guy, great leader, that used an article or used I think it was an article that came out in the paper. And Bob Costas, the great announcer, and he was young in his career at the time, Bob Costas kind of denigrated our team by saying, this is the worst amount of talent, lousy talent, if you will, that I've ever seen on a World Series team in 1988, because we had guys hurt and whatnot. So Tommy Lasorda pasted that thing all over the locker room. And I'll tell you what, it went a long way to tick us off. And we went out there and took it to the Oakland A's and won the World Series. So this week's theme is really about your personal playoffs. As the year winds down, you're in a great position now to put everything into place. And that is if you're prepared. So consider this. Have you put the time in to become the best at what you do? This is when it counts. And that doesn't mean the best in the world or best in the field or best in the region. Now, these are all admirable, but sometimes we put too much pressure on the overarching goal of the best. Simply put, folks, it's about being the best that you can be, right? That's all we have control over. Our preparation, being the best that we can be, and how we react to what happens. We don't have control over the final numbers. That's almost none of our business. You know, this is about you doing what you have control over. And that's it. Remember, there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to be better at something. But that's not what it's all about. It's just about being the best that we can be. And what does it take to get you there? Are you prepared for the big game of your professional World Series? And how do you support the team around you? And how do they support you? These are all questions that are really important to go into the mix. Do you guys challenge each other to be the best? I think that's a really important thing to do. But your game plan for the year is now coming to an end. If it's successful, you got to keep that up and pay attention to those little things that become huge at the end of the year. So stay focused on those items. It's important to stay sharp as you possibly can in your final preparation. What if your game plan didn't quite get you there? It's never too late to call an audible and make a change. Now, like any ball player, you can go in a slump. Anybody can do that. I've been through my share of those. But you got to focus on what you're doing well, and you could just grow it out from there. I think the real key for this, folks, keep it simple. You can go down a rabbit hole and try to explain everything and get mechanical. Look, you got to be the best you can be by digging in yourself, and don't make it so sophisticated. So preparation can make a huge impact at the closing time of this year. When you're winding up this year, you're going to look back and say, hey, man, what worked? Where did you find the most success, and why did it happen that way? I think an important thing is, how did you feel? How did you feel is what starts a great trend of momentum. If you can feel it, momentum is starting. That's what really momentum is. It's a great feeling. And so you got to keep that in mind. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about the mental preparation to get your head in the right place. All right. So that's what we're going to talk a little bit about tomorrow on Tuesday, November 1st. But for baseball fans, I'm recording this on Friday as the Houston Astros and Philadelphia Phillies are getting ready to play. By Monday, there's going to be 2 victories already in the books. While I have my own opinions about what this may look like, I really believe that the team that is most prepared is likely to be the team that will win on any given day. Remember, best is short-lived, and the preparation by those players playing one day may be different than those playing on another day. That means the best team is really a day-to-day performance. And that's why the Los Angeles Dodgers, for instance, 111 wins, they're out. So you just can't tell. And it's all about preparation. Some say that when preparation meets opportunity, that's good luck. When opportunity presents itself, as the Astros and Phillies have done, who do you think is going to be luckier? And that's my short for today.
If you like what you heard, give us a positive review, subscribe, and share. Also, remember that the Sax in the Morning swag is now available on my Instagram site. Go to saxinthemorning_podcast. You'll see it right there on the Instagram, and just hit the link. Everything's there, mugs, hats, tumblers, you name it. Take advantage of it.
And thanks to Al Hendrickson Toyota for their support of this podcast. And be sure to visit alhendricksontoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.